What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bridging the Geekdoms. I'm your host, Robert Slavinsky, and holy crap, I've been so anxious to do this stream since everything happened this morning, so I'm excited that I get to finally do it. I apologize for the sun in my eyes. That sucks, but hey, that's all right. So today, officially, Zactification, or whatever you want to call it, the true start of the Zack Snyder Justice League, the Snyder Cut, promotion, marketing is on the move. It started today. So freaking excited about it. It started with these posters. We got this one here, a beautiful poster. Zack Snyder dropped it. A little bit of rubble, the Justice League logo in the rubble. But the most exciting thing that we get from this is what it says down at the bottom. I don't know how to do that. There we go, right there. 3/18/21. We now have an official release date for Zack Snyder's Justice League, or as Snyder Cut is what they are calling it on their social medias. All HBO Max and Warner and Zack himself are using the hashtag Snyder Cut. So it looks like they're moving that direction with Snyder Cut, which is what they were doing from the beginning. Whether that's the official title or not is still yet to be seen. That is probably the only disappointing thing about today, is we did not get an official title, but we did get a release date, and it continued as we got another poster here, reminiscent of the Death of Superman cover with his cape ripped and torn in the wind. We get this, a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. And now if you do look closely in here, you will see some Easter eggs. You see the quadrant or whatever it's called for Aquaman. You see the sword or the shield. I'm sorry, not the sword, the shield of Wonder Woman. And there are some people that say that you do see a cowl for Batman. I just don't see it, but maybe it is there. Maybe it is there. But it didn't stop there today. No, it didn't stop there, because then we got another thing. We got another piece or another poster right there. A beautiful poster there. Each one, had a title. The first one, this one here being Fallen. This one then was Risen. This one was Reborn. I just can't explain how exciting it is to finally see this going forward. The marketing, that is. We knew the movie was coming. We knew we were getting it. But now we see that it is truly moving forward, and we are in the midst of getting so much more. So there it is, guys. Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming March 18th. I hope you're all excited. I am beyond excited. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be fantastic. But what do we want to talk about? What do we think is going to happen here? Well, that's a good thing. Now, I probably should pull over for this because I want to read this real quick to you here. This is the official synopsis of Zack Snyder's Justice League. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, determined to endure Superman's ultimate sacrifice was not in vain, Bruce Wayne aligns forces with Diana Prince with plans to recruit a team of metahumans to protect the world from an approaching threat of catastrophic proportions. The task proves more difficult than Bruce imagined, as each of the recruits must face the demons of their own past to transcend that which has held them back, allowing them to come together, finally forming an unprecedented League of Heroes. Now united, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and The Flash may be too late to save the planet from Steppenwolf, Desaad, and Darkseid and their deadful intentions. Whew. I tell you what, guys, this is going to be a fantastic movie. I know there's a lot of people out there that are saying, what if it sucks? Look, we know that it's successful already. We've talked about that multiple times on this show. If you watch any other shows or any other people that have been huge supporters of Snyder Cut, of the movement and everything, we know it's a success already. Could it suck? Sure, but it's not going to. Because the way you look at it is like this. Man of Steel was a damn good Superman movie. Yes, it is divisive in a way where people don't look at it as the best Superman movie, but even those who don't think it is a great Superman movie, most people will sit there, those who say it's not a great movie, will sit there and say, you know what, it's not that it's a bad movie, it just wasn't what they wanted. Batman vs. Superman, regardless of how divisive that movie is, still, to this day, nearly 5 years after its release, is probably talked about more than any other superhero movie that has come out in the past 20 plus years. So if you ask me, that right there is proof that Batman vs. Superman is a movie that people want to talk about, is a movie that everybody wants to see, or not see, but just it's in conversation all the time. So that's proving to me that Justice League, while we know it's going to be better than Justice League from 2017, we know that it's going to be at least at the level of Batman vs. Superman, if not Man of Steel or higher. So could this fail? Yeah. Could it suck? Nah. Nah, it's not going to in any way, shape, or form. It all comes down to how the fans react to it, because that's what this is for. This movie is for the fans. It's not for the naysayers. It's not for the people that sit there and have been saying for the last, 3 years that we're never going to get the cut, or that there is no Snyder cut, or that Snyder is a hack. We're not going to get. We're not getting this movie for them. We're getting it for us, the fans, the people of us, all of us who sat there and watched the Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman and talked about it and supported it. It's for the people who utilized the hashtag release the Snyder cut, who donated money to AFSP. That is what this movie is for. That is who this movie is for. So it's not going to suck. And no matter how much bitching the naysayers say, no matter how many critics who were in the pockets, or who had their hands in the pockets of Jeff Johns and the old regime, no matter how many bad reviews those critics give, is not going to negate how good this movie will be and is. There's so many people out there, so many naysayers out there. Can you believe it that the poster with the flag that is torn on the post and waving in the wind? Literally, somebody posted on Twitter, "Well, why does the Justice League even have a flag?" It's a freaking poster. That's the kind of stuff that we deal with on a daily basis, and it's maddening. But you have to remember, the movie is not for those people. Last week, I got into an argument with somebody on the twits, and as I'm sitting there making my point and defending friends and defending what my friends have said about the Snyder cut, about the Snyderverse, I came to this realization that I have to stop, because it's just feeding the trolls. It's feeding the naysayers, the negative Nancy's out there. And to me, that's what we have to stop. We really have to stop feeding these trolls, giving them reason to jump in and constantly bash and hate on Zack Snyder's Justice League and the Snyderverse. Because no matter what they say, this isn't for them. And the funny thing is, they're all going to watch it. They're all going to be part of why it's successful. But this movie is not for them. It is for us. It's for the fans. It's for the people who have been fighting for 3.5 years to make this happen. Now, if you want to see those posters more, jump over to spoilerverse.com. I threw up an article this morning with that, with some more information on there that you may want to check out. Some people are freaking out about the international release of this, and I understand that it's on HBO Max, streaming on HBO Max. Warner did put out a release today stating that they do have plans to release it in other places across Europe and other places around the world, but they haven't named everywhere yet. They're going to. The amount of people I've seen freaking out about the UK, where's it going to show in the UK? You really think Warner's going to forget about UK? They're not going to. Just be patient. They're making sure that they get all their ducks in a row, making sure that everybody will get a chance to see this, making sure they all get a chance to see it. This is a worldwide event. This is history making, which people still don't quite grasp, which is shocking to me. Because this is truly history making. Everything that has happened with this movie, the way that it came to be, the way that it is all played out is history making. You know, and to think that this is just a simple cul-de-sac, a simple road that leads to nowhere, is still asinine to me. To even think that. Let's say that $70 million is how much they've actually spent on this movie. $70 million, which, from what I understand and from what we've heard over at The Culture Nerd, over on Lightcast, and some other places, that $70 million, if that is the number, wasn't all specifically for Zack Snyder's Justice League or for the Snyder Cut, but will also go in helping complete David Ayer's Suicide Squad, or the Ayer Cut. So you sit there and you see what they're doing. You see this money that's being spent. You see this marketing campaign that they're now finally jumping into. And you're going to sit there and you're going to say, you know what? There's more than this. There has to be, and there is. Doesn't mean everything is green lit. You know, it's a process. They have to get their ducks in a row. They need to make sure, okay, if we want to move this way, what would we have to do? What is the success that we need to see it have for us to continue and move on? That's the kind of stuff that they have to look at and are going to look at, and that's why it's important that everybody buys it, gets HBO Max. You know, I saw some people on Twitter today. They're saying, look, if it shows up on Google Store on the 18th, not only am I going to buy it on the Google Store, but I have an HBO subscription, and I'm going to watch it there too. Yes, it's exactly what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Make it as successful as possible. Buy the merch that's dropping. These t-shirts that are dropping, buy one or two of them. Show them that there is a market for what Snyder is building and that we're all excited for it. You have no idea. Like, when this happened this morning, man, that's the thing that sucks about living in the East Coast, because I'm at work at that time. And I see it pop up, and I'm all excited, and I can't do anything about it. I can't jump on and do a recording. I can't jump on and do a live show or anything like that, and it really, really sucks. I wish I could, but I can't. It's exciting, guys. It is truly exciting. This is something that I think everybody needs to truly get excited for now, because it's truly happening. I know last week I said, welcome to the cul-de-sac, the cul-de-sac, when the t-shirts dropped. And I was right. I truly believe that. Oh, there I am. Sorry, I work in the mountains in Pennsylvania, and for some odd reason, when I hit the summit, as we call it here, the peak of the mountain on the hill or for the road, I get really bad. I don't know why. You would think that I'm higher up, I would get better signal. I don't know. But hopefully you're all still with me, or the quality isn't too ass, because I want to make sure that I discuss things here. I know I'm not getting I know nobody's really watching, commenting. That's fine. It's easier that way when I'm driving, because I don't want to check the comments. But I know last week or a couple weeks ago, I'm talking, when are we going to get the trailer? When are we going to get the trailer? And, I predicted that it would be around the 20th. I was wrong. Sucks. That's why I made sure I kept telling people it may be the 20th, it may not be the 20th, it may be that week. I think it's going to be that week, and it wasn't. I do think that they had to change their plans for dropping a trailer, but I know it's coming. And there's a lot of speculation that it's going to be on February 14th, Valentine's Day, the 2/14 thing. I still think that's a little interesting. I've been doing a little thinking about that whole 214 cut, the film canisters that he took a picture of and posted. Is it real? Does it exist? Of course it does. I sit there and we saw the teaser image or the pictures for his upcoming head, and in the vault you see 5 film canisters, and they're sitting on a rack that is exactly the same rack that was shown in that Vero picture that he posted back in December December of 2019. And I sit there and I think about it, and it's like that's around the time he was shooting Army of the Dead. Being that the rack is exactly the same and stuff like that. So did we all just feed too much into it or buy too much into it? Was that really not the film that he was showing? Was it just empty film canisters from a prop from his upcoming movie? But regardless, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're getting the movie. It's exciting. I can't wait. I know you can't wait. I know it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. I really just don't know what to say anymore. I'm just so excited. I just want it to come. But yes, guys, again, that way. March 18th. Snyder Cut coming March 18th on HBO Max and other streaming services and apps around the world for people who can't get HBO Max. I think that's about all, I guess. Nobody wants to say anything. Nobody's watching now. Lame. That's all right. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure you hit like, hit that subscribe button, that little notification. You get so much more. We got some big things planned for Spoilerverse, especially surrounding the Snyder Cut. Make sure you head over to spoilerverse.com to see my written review of the release of Snyder Cut book. Be on the lookout over the next week for my video review of the release of Snyder Cut book, as well as so much more in regards to the Snyder Cut. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to all of you later.